let's do this unboxing again. Hey y'all, I'm nikkiolukoya. I talk about all things luxury here, especially handbags, but I do talk about fine jewelry, watches, and shoes. And if you like talking about any of those things too, please go ahead and hit the subscribe and like button on this video and turn on your notification bells. I will be posting every Wednesday, so you guys might want to join me when I do. And if you've been here before, hey sis, welcome back. Okay, so I went ahead and dun 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 dun, we got our box, y'all. We got our box. I am so excited. We're gonna get into everything. This box is huge. I have my camera set up a little bit differently today because I like it when I can kind of see the bag and see, I know I have my display and stuff like that, but today's video is all about what's in this box, okay? And so remember in the last video, I didn't get one. This is a part 2 to my first video. And I want to go ahead and kind of jump right in. If you saw in the title below, we'll go ahead and dress up my bag. I did buy some knickknacks from Amazon. I did shop my closet for certain things too. But I did buy something also on the Real, and we'll get into it. Okay, like I did say in my previous video, I will go into the seller, comparing the seller to my previous seller transaction and shipping. So there's a lot for us to unpack in this video while we're getting our handbag all dressed up and pretty. I did bring my Blue Electric to join us here today. She's watching from the sidelines, but she's here. You saw her in the previous video. I already got her all dressed up. I sometimes have a labubu on it. Today I don't have it. But yeah, so the seller went ahead and gave me a box. Like I said before, the previous time when I did my true unboxing, I contacted the seller and told them, hey, I didn't get a box. You said you'll give me a box. Hey, I didn't get the original receipt. You said I will get the original receipt. Hey, I didn't get, so many things that we talked about that I did not get in that true unboxing. And I didn't want to have to wait. I went ahead and made it real and raw. I did everything right how it happened. So that's just the way I keep transparent on this channel, right? And so now we do have these things. And so we're going to kind of do like another re-unboxing with an actual box this time. I'm real excited because I really wanted a box and now I have one. Okay, so we'll open up the box and we'll get into a couple things. And I have my camera so you guys can see. Let's chat in the comment box about, camera angles and stuff like that. I think when showing a handbag, it's good to do all these things. Look, this box is heavy. I needed this table. There's no way you can do all this without it. But here she is again in her glory. You can take her out. We have this here. Of course, the pillow is right there. They told me that they were going to give me a box. It may not be quite a Birkin 30 box. I don't know which box this is that they gave me, but all in all, I'm very satisfied with the box. We have our dust bag. We saw this before. We have our table here. I want you guys to be able to see. Guess what we have this time that we didn't have last time? We have our felt. And you know what? Having the box, let's say no box, but having the felt on here and properly getting it ready, like the way they did for my Blue Electric, it just adds something to the experience of buying the handbag. You feel like it's from store. You feel like someone took the time to get it all ready for you. And when I didn't have the felt the first time, I don't know whether my disappointment came through a little bit in the first video, but I was like, I don't have felt. And I don't know why that bothers me. Yes, we're not walking around with the felt, but presentation is everything, right? And if you're a luxury shopper, you know what I'm talking about. Presentation, all that stuff makes a difference. Packaging kind of does make a difference. Yeah, we don't always keep packaging, but it's the fact that someone took the time to get it all together. Now I know I have this little strawberry here. Okay, let's get into the details. All right, so I did buy some stuff from off of Amazon, and oh my God, I saw so many cute stuff, and I was saving it all today for the video, except for this one, because this one was a struggle to put on. I think because my nails are kind of long, I had a hard time putting all this together. I didn't want to have to take it off. My husband's not here right now, so it was just me getting it all together. But the cutest thing about this is that it made me realize that my red is more of a strawberry red, right? Because I did buy some cherry charms that did not fit. So this is definitely not a cherry red. It's not a tomato red. Now we know that Rouge Cassac is more of a strawberry red. So if you have this bag at home, or if you're looking to buy this handbag, the best way I can compare the color is that it is a strawberry red. So yeah, we have the felt on this time. I think the felt is very important. Let's go ahead and open her up together. I do have it where I can set it down and you all can see. Gotta be real careful. I still have the stickers on. I don't know, I haven't taken it off yet, but hey, I can't be bothered to take off the stickers on camera. But yeah, they gave me the felt, and I watched a YouTube video on how to put the felt on because Lord knows I didn't know how. And we're off. So we have the felt is off, and now it looks like a true unboxing, proper presentation of our Rouge Cassac B30. Very excited. I do keep my felt. I do keep everything. It's very important to do that. And so now here we are. She's still as glorious as before. So if you remember my last video, I was struggling with getting twillies, right? And so I struggled trying to find a twilly for the handbag. I did eventually order a twilly on the Real, and it's on its way in, and it is another red-based twilly. It's kind of matchy-matchy, kind of how I did it with my Blue Electric. Kind of matchy-matchy, but I really like the way this looks dressed up. It's very, very nice. But yeah, so that's what I have here. And this little cute strawberry, so cute. You know, this is actually an air tag charm, like an air tag holder. So I actually put an air tag in here that I kept in my other Louis Vuitton Nice mini vanity, because you know when I travel with it, I keep an air tag in that stuff. And so I said, oh, that'd be neat to put the air tag in here. So in here is my purse air tag. And I thought that's just so fun. I think that's so cute. But when I said that I shopped my closet, it's because in my efforts in trying to find a twilly and I couldn't find one and I was struggling quite a bit, I just had a thought and I was like, hey, whatever happened to my Louis Vuitton twilly that I bought when I was in Paris? So when I went to Paris and I bought a handbag, I bought a twilly with it too. And that twilly was on my Nice vanity. I want to say mini. Yeah, Nice mini vanity travel. You know what I mean? For your makeup and stuff like that and your skincare. It's a vanity bag from Louis Vuitton. And I bought that. And that twilly that I bought in Paris, I had put it on my vanity bag. And here it is. And it's all wrinkled up because I just took it off of my bag, if you can see. And hopefully the camera is showing up the color. It's just, I realized how perfect this actually was, and it's not matchy-matchy. It's like a beige with a little bit of yellow, pink, gray, and I like this lilac feature on the end. Let's see if I can show you. That little piece of lavender or lilac is so nice. And then the back side is also very pretty. Now, comment down below. Let's chat about it. Do you mix up different brand twillies with different bags? You know, like I kept my Louis Vuitton twilly on my Louis Vuitton bags. I have a Gucci twilly on my Gucci bag. And I have my Hermes twilly on my Hermes bag. But in this case, I felt like this was actually going to be really perfect for the bag, right? Let's put it up together. Let's see what it looked like. I don't want this video to get too long with us. I think that's going to look really nice. Well, we're going to put it all together right now while we chat about the seller. Okay, so the seller that I found, like I told you, is Galaxy Luxury. They are on Facebook, kind of how Finkel Pup is only on Instagram. And Gallery Luxury is, I mean, they have over 100,000 followers and over 100,000 positive reviews on Facebook. They do really good work because when I needed the box and the things that I asked for, there was no confusion. There was no, oh, I was wrong. None of that. They quickly apologized for the overlook and then went ahead and got everything done to be sure that they were able to take care of me properly. And I'm going to put the Twilly on the front handle. Let's just give that a go too. I saw this on someone's YouTube channel. Okay, y'all, I could not have been bothered to try to tie this Twilly on this handbag while trying to tell you about the seller. I'm so sorry, y'all. I had to finish up the Twilly off camera so I can show you. But here we are. This is the Louis Vuitton Twilly, and I think it is an awesome color. And I will look out for another Hermes Twilly with this kind of same color format because I really like the way this complements the bag. So when the new Twilly, and I can insert a picture of the Twilly either here or here so you guys can see what it looks like. But yeah, this is it. So like I was saying about the seller, they were very gracious and they were very apologetic when they realized that it was an oversight that I did not get my box, right? And what I did was I already had all this screenshotted conversation with Galaxy Luxury about like, hey, you talked about giving me a box, talked about giving me all these things, and I didn't get it. Now, the one thing about Galaxy Luxury is that on their postings, they don't tell you receive, full set, box, no box. They don't say that. Now, Finkel Pup is very good at letting you know whether it has all that stuff. Galaxy Luxury is not that way. You have to come out of the Facebook, jump into WhatsApp and ask those questions. And so I realized that I didn't ask enough of those questions, right? So when I asked like, hey, what about felt? What about raincoat? What about all these things? Like, you know, what does a full set actually means when you see full set? And from my understanding, a full set includes the raincoat, it includes the care booklet, it includes your clochette. It won't always come with the receipt and it won't always come with the box. Okay, so those things usually are going to be additional, right? But a full set does include clochette, care booklet, raincoat. Now I know that Hermes no longer offers the raincoat. I don't know what year that started. This is the 2019 bag. Let's chat in the comments below if you guys have any idea when Hermes stopped doing the raincoat, because I don't know. So I still didn't get a raincoat even when they sent me over everything. That was maybe Tuesday. Legit, I got everything Thursday. So I think Tuesday, is there Wednesday? I'm not sure, but all I know is that I talked to the seller about it on Tuesday, everything, and I swear it was here by Thursday. So if you're someone that's like me, that's very impatient, you're going to get your stuff, especially if you order during the week, you know, and not using any weekends. Your package will come in really fast, right? Finkel Pup has fast shipping too. But Galaxy Luxury, oh my God, I was so surprised how fast it came in. You know, the FedEx guy was like, was not just here, because he really was. But anyways, I think the number one con compared to Finkel Pup with Galaxy Luxury is delaying communication. If you're someone that's trying to get into this market and buying Resale International for the first time, yes, there is a time difference, right? And ask yourself, like, what's your anxiety level? How do you feel? What's your patience? All this stuff, because they're not going to respond back to you as fast as you would want them to, right? Finkel Pup, their major pro is communication. Off rip, she's gonna always write to you. So if it's your first purchase, Resale International, just kind of weigh those two things out and kind of gauge it against your own personal level and how comfortable you feel spending that much money at a time to someone, right? For me, I got my feet wet with Think Puff to where I was kind of like, okay, all right, Galaxy, you know, I'll wait. Okay, I know it's nighttime. I'll talk to you in the morning. But, you know, the time difference is, you know, can play a part in so many things. But Finkel Puff is almost like there's no time difference. She's constantly writing and posting. So I love that about Finkel. She made me so comfortable. And Galaxy has really good customer service too. Their con is just delayed communication. Just prepare yourself for that. And sometimes they can be very short in the responses. Be prepared for that too. But I'm assuming that they have a lot of high volume. Finkel Puff, I'm sure she has it too. I think she's also a personal shopper. So I think her brand is building up more of that personal relationship with her buyers, you know, and I can appreciate that too. She is also a little bit more expensive than Galaxy as well. But if you want that personal type of one-on-one, it's just me and you, definitely that's Finkel Puff. If you're totally okay and you have the patience and no anxiety for certain things and you can wait a little bit and understand, then sure, Galaxy will be your one to go to too. They're both very good. If I was going to buy international again, these are the two companies that I will be shopping with again. So it's going to be Finkel Puff and it's going to be Galaxy Luxury. That's it. When the time comes that there is a specific bag that I'm looking for, I will for sure reach out to Finkel Puff again, because she's also a personal shopper and she will source a bag for you that you're looking for, right? And so I think Galaxy Luxury is more of a bigger, they have a large consignment type of thing. And I think it's just two different experiences. That's all that is. Okay, so getting back into the handbag, let's get into it. I put the stuffing back inside when I put the bag to sleep. That's what they say. So we can take all that out. And what we have in here is, dun, 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 dun. Okay, this is the receipt, the original receipt, because when I did write Galaxy, they told me that it did come with the original receipt. So I'm thinking, okay, well, where is it? Of course, their apologies. They went and got it over to me. So let's get my eye candy. Right, there we go. So let's get into the original receipt. All right, we're gonna see where it was sourced from. We're gonna see how much it costs. There's somebody driving slow in front of my house. Okay, we have the original receipt. Okay, so this handbag came from Osaka Takashimaya. And I'm going to insert a picture probably on this side of this shopping plaza so you guys can see. There's an Hermes store in this Osaka Takashimaya. I'm saying probably all kinds of crazy. But the receipt is, let's see if it can focus. Receipt is mostly in, it's not in English, but of course I can read the numbers that are on here. And I'm assuming that the biggest number that's on here is the handbag, because they bought other things from the Hermes store. I'm going to assume maybe a Twilly, but I can't translate it. I don't know what any of this stuff says. But this says 1,310,000 yen, I think that is. And so I can insert what that is in American dollars. I want to say that's like, I'm not sure. I'll put it somewhere in the video where you guys can see the USD currency of that. But yeah. And I looked it up earlier. I don't remember what that was, but I know that I actually bought this below retail. So that's what I think, but I know I did get it below retail because I did look up how much I spent and how much this number was, and it was below retail. If you want to know the actual price of what I paid for this box, message me on Instagram, nikkiolukoya, and I will let you know, and we can chat there too about pricing. Okay, so What's the date on here? Okay, it looks like they bought it July 8th, 2019. I think the number in the middle is the month, right? And then the number on the back side, I want to say is the day. But I'll insert it here what the date is so you guys can make sure that I'm saying it right. But I'm assuming that this is July 8th, 2019. This is a 2019 bag. So yeah, that's what that says on the receipt. And yeah, the rest of it is not in English, so I don't know. I think it's Japanese. But yeah, so I got my receipt. I know how much the person paid. And I think when I buy my handbags resale, I do like, if I cannot get a box, that's fine. But if I can get a receipt, even better. I will take a receipt, an original receipt, over the box. That may sound crazy. Let's chat in the comments. That's what I think I would rather have. So yeah, we have that now. And we can keep this somewhere. We know that it was bought from an Hermes store at that shopping plaza or shopping mall. What else do we have? Okay, so I already showed you guys the Twilly. I showed you guys the strawberry air tag charm that we put. And so it didn't come like this. I had to buy these little rings because this came with a gold. I don't know. I didn't want to mix the metals, y'all. You know me. I didn't want to mix it. For some reason, I didn't want to mix it on my bag. So I went to Amazon and I bought these little charm type of things. I even bought this little lock. I thought I was going to put this heart lock like on here. I don't know. It's actually a lot bigger than what I thought. I thought it was going to be a smaller little heart, but I don't know now. We'll see what it looks like. Of course, I have other things in here, more knickknacks that I got, more charms. I have another strawberry charm. I saw this too. I thought that was cute. I got this charm too. I like, I don't know. This is, once I figured out this was more of a strawberry red, I kind of went hard on buying all these things because the reds really complement. Look at that. But anyways, so that's another charm that we'll put on the back. We have our clochette. What number is on my clochette? Okay, well, we have the clochette. We have, remember we have our feet protectors. I have two in here because I already put some on earlier. I've already put on the feet protectors, right? And I have it also on my blue electric bag as well. Okay, now, I ended up buying a bag organizer. Let me explain. Because in the last video, I said I wasn't going to get one. I was going to just transfer what was in my blue electric bag and just put it in here. But this bag is actually not as structured as my Epsom leather. This is Evercolor leather and it's kind of soft, or maybe it just has a lot of wear. I'm sure whoever owned the bag wore it because you can see here like these little dips on the side. And here, I just feel like this bag needs more support. The organizer that I do have in my blue electric bag is satin. It's very soft. And to me, that's perfect for the Epsom leather because it just slips right in because it's satin. It just slides right in. And so I don't need the support, but I do feel like I need the support of a bag organizer. And I'm even thinking about getting a base shaper because I feel like I don't want the bottom to sag. Comment down below how you guys feel about base shapers in your Hermes bags. I haven't seen anyone talk about it. I haven't gone through any videos, but yeah, I really am worried about the sagging of the bottom of the bag. But anyway, I did get this organizer. It even came with a little twilly in there. I thought that's really sweet. I didn't expect that. Got it from Amazon. It was overnight. This is a felt one. It's pretty thick because I wanted the support to be inside the bag. So let's go ahead and open it up together and let's put it in here. The best part about this felt, or my first time getting an organizer that looks like this, is that It's like in another plastic and plastic. Normally it comes in like this clear thing. Let me show you. Normally it just comes like this when I get it from Amazon, but they actually put it in this. When I used to sell eyelashes, I used to double package everything. I just think it's cleaner. I think your clients appreciate the fact that everything is sealed, right? So we have that. And I got the one for Birkin 30. Sometimes I don't always read the description in Amazon. I look at the pictures. But now that I have this twilly, which I think will also be a really good compliment to this bag as well. But where I'm gonna put this is on my Louis Vuitton Nice Mini because I wanna cover that Vachetta leather that's on the top. And so now that I have this, I'm gonna put this on top of there. But this was a very nice treat, a very nice surprise. Okay, so this is the organizer. Boom. It has a larger pocket here, a small one, a small one. Nothing on the side. Let's make that flat on the bottom. And I got this little inserted part so that I can put this in, and it's Velcro. Okay. This feels pretty firm. I mean, I need to have a base shaper. Okay, so now this is what it looks like. Pocket, pocket, and there's a zipper that runs in the middle. I like that so much. All right, and let's put it in here together. Open her up. Slide her in. Let's see. Yeah, still a little, still no shape really, but of course it's an empty bag. I keep trying to compare this to my Epsom leather. I may need to stop because Evercolor and Epsom are completely different. And I think when I start using the bag more, it's just a matter of me getting used to a softer leather. Because, you know, in my totes are, you know, they're mainly Epsom. I have Saffiano. And so I think I'm just not used to a softer leather tote. So check back in with me for my 6 months and my 1 year review of this bag, and I can know better how I'm feeling about a lot of that stuff. But so far, I think it's looking so cute. I don't even think I even need the rest of this stuff. I think this alone is enough. Look at that. That is so pretty. I think we could really be done with just this, but let's just see what adding the rest would look like. I really feel like I don't need it, especially this softer one. I don't think I even need this. I think it's overkill with that. Yeah, I don't think I need that. I do like this, and I may need to put it probably on this side somewhere. Let's go ahead and connect it with what we bought. Okay, so we have these rings. We're going to try to see what would be the best fit. I think I'm going to do it the way I did this one. Let me turn it back so you guys can kind of have an idea of what I'm doing. Take this one out. Put all this other stuff back in. Get in the way. Okay, so we went ahead and looped it. And then I think eventually I will take off this longer part because I don't want to have too many things that's going to be disruptive to the leather. You know what I mean? It is so hard because my nails are so long. There. It's so difficult. Thank God for the twilly with these things because I don't want to like scratch my, there. Now that that's on, I want to loop it with that part in the back. So now, let's fix this. Ooh, it's going to be a pain to take this thing off. That's kind of cute, isn't it? Y'all see that? Let it focus on there. We got our strawberries. Okay, we're gonna do clochette. Or we're gonna just do, let's do this. We're gonna put kind of how I did it on my blue electric. We're going to put this lock on. Oh, the sticker is still on there. Okay. All right. We have our feet protector. We have our back charms on here. We have our twilly. We have our bag organizer. We're ready to wear our bag out. Isn't this cute? Oh my God, this is so, so nice. Now I'm feeling like I may not even need the twilly that's coming because it's going to make it so matchy matchy. You know, I don't know whether I still want to do that. Okay, so because I do have my lock on here, what I'm going to do is just loop this through but I'm going to keep it facing the inside. I don't want it to show on the outside. Yeah, we're going to do it like that. Put that where you can't see. Yeah. And I think I may just return this back to the store. I mean, I'm sure it's nothing. I'm just going to take it back. It was a cute idea when I got it, but when I saw this, I could not pass this up. And they're almost the same price. One's from the store Five Below, and the other one is from Amazon. Okay, so a quick recap of the bag and the seller, right? I know we're all over the place in this video. Stay with me. So I went over the original receipt. I went over how the seller went ahead and rectified the issue with me not getting what I need to get. And always screenshot because you know on WhatsApp you're able to delete things. So always screenshot things when the seller is giving you some kind of guarantee or reassurance. But overall, as far as the shipping was very fast, like we already talked about. The seller compared to Finkel Puff, I want to say it is, you know what, I don't want to rate because both sellers are very different. I do believe that Finkel Puff is a personal shopper, and I feel like Galaxy Luxury is more of a consignment store. So two different kind of customer services and abilities. One gives you more of that personal experience, and one gives you like you're in a store that they're dealing with they have a lot of clients, a lot of traffic going on through there. If you go on their Facebook, you will see they have over 100,000 followers, over 100,000 likes, right? So same thing for if you want to get your bag authenticated, there's always going to be Bye Bye Baby. That's your best bet. There's Entropy, there's Legit Grills. There's so many other ones out there. It's up to you as a buyer to do your own research. If you trust the seller, you trust the seller. But you know what? Pre-love market, sometimes you never know. I trust my seller. So as far as transaction goes, with the transaction, it's the same thing like Finkel Puff. I use TransferWise and I did a bank wire. Now, when I did my deposit to hold the bag, I was able to do it with my card on file. So one thing about TransferWise is that they do give you the option to do Apple Pay, bank wire. They do give you the chance to use your debit card on file. And so the one thing about using the debit card on file was that it did take it a couple days before it left my account and before it reached them. But once they got it, they confirmed it with me. They're very honest. No one's trying to steal your money with Galaxy Luxury. So yeah, I did my deposit from my debit card. But then for the larger amount, that was a bank wire. In Galaxy Luxury, just like Finkel Puff, will give you time if you need a payment plan to pay down the bag, right? And so I think I did my deposit and then I think I made my final big payment, I want to say in 2 weeks, right? Because I didn't plan on buying another bag and here we are buying another bag. So I didn't pay it, as fast as this one. I already had it ready to go. This one was a major surprise buy, but I'm so happy I got it. I mean, it's beautiful and it's so cute right now. I cannot wait to wear it out. So I did do a bank wire for the rest of the amount. Once they confirm that they got the bank wire, that's it. What Galaxy Luxury will do for you is that they'll take a picture. They have like a checkoff thing, but it's not all in English. And they did send me that, but I didn't know what I was checking off. You know, what they were checking off is that in English, and I didn't bother to ask with Night. But they'll send you a picture of the shipping label, a picture of the handbag, the picture of their checkoff list, and what they'll be sending you, like the clochette or anything like that, will be in the picture in a dust bag if you're getting one. So that'll all be in photos for you. Now, when I saw mine, it was all at night, and I didn't even think about felt in my box because there was a box in the picture too, and I didn't see the receipt or the clothes. So whatever. So, anyways, just do your own due diligence. Make sure you're asking the right questions and pay attention to a lot of the small details, because sometimes if missed, you don't want to have to go back and do another transfer of money, and that has its own fees and another shipping and all that, right? This to me wasn't as hectic, but I'm so glad that it worked out seamlessly and they were able to expedite everything. And I do appreciate Galaxy Luxury for that. They were awesome. Awesome. I love this handbag. And honestly, they were the ones that gave me this handbag below retail. They have so much inventory that their prices so far have been the best. When I look up Rouge Cassac on Fashion File, it was like $12,000 to like $15,000 for a B30. And I just did not spend that much. And so the Hermes journey, to me, I love the pre-love market for Hermes. Now, I don't think I have purse piece completely. I do believe that I'm going to still want to get a B25. I may get one by the end of the year, and then I'll start maybe getting Kelly's next year. But what I don't know whether I'm going to get a B25 pre-loved at a really, really good price, or whether I should go ahead and embark my Hermes journey to get a B25 in store and get a Kelly 25 in store, because the resale prices for them are very high. And if I can get them in store, I definitely would love to get my B25 or my Kelly 25 in store, crossing my fingers. But y'all, don't be surprised if it's December or November and I'm carrying a whole nother Hermes bag. I'm just like sucked into this Hermes brand and how much I love the quality. And I think because for so long, I thought it was a brand that was so far out of my reach that I never even bothered. But now that I'm, budgeting and saving and seeing the quality, I would rather not make any more smaller purchases and just save all that money to get one big purchase, right? So yeah, fewer bags throughout the year, yeah, but it's going to be a quality bag that I'm going to get, and a bag that holds its value. Like, your money is in the bag, right? Your money is in the bag. It's not in the bank. It's not in your deposit box. Your money is in the bag. So also see it like that too, that your money is in the bag, right? And that's how I think I see it. And these bags don't lose too much value. Yeah, I bought it slightly below retail. Not a lot, just a little bit below retail, but the money is in the bag. These bags hold their value more than Dior, more than Gucci, more than anything. These will hold their value. And let's just get one final look and glimpse of what I did. Isn't that so cute? Oh my God, I can't wait to wear it. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys joined me today in dressing up my bag. I'm glad that we got the twilly on here. We have our charms, we have our feet protectors, and I'm glad I was able to share with you guys my seller. There's no gatekeeping over here. I want everyone to be able to have a Birkin or have a Kelly, whatever you want from Hermes. I'll just say that because I do see that on some people's videos. They don't share their reseller. They don't share their personal shopper. Don't know why. We can all, if you're a luxury handbag person like me, you appreciate content like that. You appreciate information like that. And that's what my platform is for. And that's why I think I love YouTube, is that I want to be able to share my knowledge and share my excitement with other bag lovers, because we love our handbags. And so anyway, I'm glad that you join me anywhere in the world, and I'll see you back in my next video. Bye.